Hey everybody, Time Chase of the Hobbyist here. Today, we're covering Dark Souls 1, the Undead Asylum, and the Upper Undead Burg. Now you might be thinking to yourself, why are we covering Dark Souls 1? Isn't that game like 15 years old? And yes, you are correct, but I want to. And roughly 13% of players don't even complete the Undead Asylum, so maybe this will help someone out. So, let's dive right in, let's have a good time. So we start our journey off in the Undead Asylum. We'll pick up the conveniently placed key and open the dungeon door, and then we're home free. Well, not quite. No, no, no! You see, the whole purpose of the Undead Asylum is to teach you game mechanics. Bruh. And, well, with game mechanics come challenges. Now our first major challenge of the run will be making our way to the Asylum Demon. We'll wander the halls a little bit, find this ladder, climb up it, and we'll make our way to our first bonfire. Now, opening these ominous wooden doors, we'll step into our first encounter with the Asylum Demon. Now if you choose to fight him here, and you win, he'll give you the Demon Great Hammer. Not a great weapon to start, so we're going to skip it for now. Walk over here to the door on the left. We'll walk through the gate, should close behind us, and we're good to go. We'll wander a few more hallways, pick up a couple more bonfires, grab some gear, slay some more undead, and then that brings us to our knight in shiny armor, the one who gives us
an Estus flask, an undead favorite.
Now to reach him, you'll have to dodge out of the way of the giant bowling ball, walk through the giant hole in the wall, and when you talk to him, he does indeed give you
an Estus flask.
Now if you're an expert like me, you probably won't be needing this thing very often.
Estus flask.
Our knight in shiny armor also gives us the floor 2 asylum key, so we can make our way back up to floor 2 and go fight the Asylum Demon for real this time. It's probably worth mentioning that if you chose the Pyromancer class, this is where you pick up your Pyromancy Flame. Now the Pyromancy Flame allows us to use our fireballs in combat. If you've ever watched a speedrun of this game, you'll see the speedrunners often choose black firebombs to start. Those black firebombs allow them to eliminate the Asylum Demon fairly quickly and charge right on into the game. Now for our purposes, we're going back to fight the Asylum Demon, so we'll just use our fireballs. We'll walk through this fog wall and get ready for a drop attack. If you press the attack button at just the right time, you'll do a plunging attack right onto the enemy's head. Alright, so I had the wrong weapon selected. On any other day, I would have made the plunging attack.
Stop the cap!
And after a couple well-placed fireball attacks, a couple skillful dodge rolls, we should be able to take out the Asylum Demon. And with the Asylum Demon defeated, it's a pretty short stint to the next section of the game, which is Firelink Shrine. We'll just walk on over to these doors, open them with the Pilgrim Key. We'll go over here and grab this soul, and we'll make our way to the edge of the mountain. From here, we'll be kidnapped by a giant crow and transported to the next area of the game, Firelink Shrine. Now, Firelink Shrine is the central hub of the game, but given that there are so many videos out there, many enormous amount, like many terabytes, petabytes even, I mean, come on. I've made the executive decision that I'm not going to cover Firelink Shrine. We're just going to hop into the Undead Burg. And if you're a map type of person like I am, you're going to head past the well, over to the stairwell over here, head up, and into the aqueduct.
Bruh, 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 bruh. Bruh.
Now, once you've escaped the terrors that live in the aqueduct, you can pass through this door, up the staircase, cut through some more undead, pass through this fog wall, and then you'll be met with a bridge. Don't worry, if you've never played the game before, we won't be fighting that. Yet. And for now, we'll continue on to the Undead Burg. On the left, there's going to be a bonfire. On the right, the Undead Merchant. And for the sake of brevity, we're going to continue on to the next portion of the game, which is the run up to the Taurus Demon. Now you'll see this bridge over here once you exit the bonfire room. It's best to sprint across to try to avoid the firebombs being thrown at you. Careful not to sprint too fast because you'll run right into these 3 enemies up ahead. And once you defeat those 3 enemies, you can go ahead and head on through the door and up the staircase. And at the top of these stairs, there's 3 more enemies. Let's go ahead and take them out so I can show you something involving the master key. If you chose the master key at the beginning of your run, you can open this door right over here. Don't worry if you didn't choose the master key, no worries at all. It's just going to make the rest of your run a little more difficult. Now, it's a well-known fact in the Dark Souls community that the Taurus demon is weak to lightning, and if you sneak right on through here, over to this chest has some gold pine resin, which you can apply to your weapon to give it lightning damage. Continuing on, we'll make our way through the next area of enemies. Now, this game does a good job of making sure you always watch your back. If you go up into this tower, you'll see an archer. You go ahead and take him out so he's not shooting you while you're trying to fight the other enemies. And that archer also provides us with some subtle foreshadowing for the upcoming boss fight. Once we enter the boss arena, there's going to be some archers directly behind us that we're going to want to take out, but we'll get there in a minute. Once we've defeated this group of enemies, we can head on over to the staircase. If you're not in the mood for pranks, go ahead and back out so this guy doesn't hit you with the flaming barrel. Then we'll head up, take him out, and continue up the stairs. And once you've reached the top of the stairs, this is the fog wall to the Taurus demon. Once we step in, we're going to immediately turn for the ladder behind us, climb up, and take out the archers.
Bruh. Bruh.
I'll admit that could have been a little more smooth, but onto the Taurus demon. We'll make our way back to the castle wall here, equip our gold pine resin, apply it to our weapon, and then we'll charge towards the other end of the wall. And once he jumps, we'll hightail it back to the other end of the bridge like we're on an episode of Maury.
I don't think you have any idea how fast I really am.
This allows us to set up for another drop attack. Hopefully we can connect this time. And we do, so the rest of the fight from here should be pretty easy. On the bright side, if you do die, like me, you're not that far away. And now that we've relished in our sweet, sweet victory over the Taurus demon, we get to go meet one of the greatest NPCs in the game. Ah yes, Solaire, the charismatic servant of sunlight. One of the friendlier NPCs of the game. If you agree to listen to him, he'll offer to help you out for the remainder of the game. That is, until he meets his tragic demise. For now, we're going to breeze over him because I promised myself I'd keep this video guide under 10 minutes. From here, there's not too much left to do. We're going to take our first few steps onto the bridge. Now, if you're feeling risky, you can try to one-shot it and run straight towards the staircase. I like to come back first and then take a second attempt. You'll just head straight over to the staircase on your right to avoid being burnt to a crisp. Head down the stairs and through the door on the opposite side. Coming up here, you'll see a ladder. You're going to want to make sure you kick it down, otherwise you'll have to recomplete this whole sequence. Now all we have to do is slide down the ladder and go and rest at the bonfire. This is the bonfire you first came to in the undead burg. Now that this circuit is completed, it's going to make it much easier for us to move to the next area of the game. But we'll cover that section in the next video. If you guys enjoyed the video, if you'll leave a like for me, that encourages me to keep going. Thank you very much. See you next time.